Okay. Um, I'm Jonathan Capehart, co-host of The Weekend. I'm on PBS NewsHour. I have 5011 jobs, including this one, which is to keep you informed and entertained, because I know this is the very last session of this conference, and it is going to be a lot of fun. We are going to discuss how the panelists who are about to come up here, how they use social and new media to engage constituents, counter misinformation, and make complex policy issues accessible. And then the panelists are going to share practical insights and know-how and maybe a funny story or two about how they do what they do, and in doing what they do, building trust and driving impact in their various communities, but also around the country. So without further ado, let me introduce the panelists one by one. I know they're back there, but I don't know why they're not like, oh, here they come. Charlotte Clymer, writer and LGBTQ plus advocate. Sarah Guerrero, Communications Director for the House Committee on Oversight and Government Reform. Rashonda Lias, social media strategist and influencer. And Council Member Jalen McKee Rodriguez of San Antonio, Texas.
Why is he around? Certified lover boys, certified pedophiles. That fuck 'em up.
So each of the panelists will be giving an opening statement, hopefully not too long, because we don't have a whole lot of time. But I'm going to go in alphabetical order. So Charlotte, let me start with you. Give us your opening thoughts.
Mr. Capehart, for moderating and just for your exceptional career in journalism and informing the American public.
Thank you.
I'm so proud of you. It's an honor to share this stage with my fellow Texan, Councilmember McKee Rodriguez, Ms. Guerrero, Ms. Lias. This is an exceptional panel, but I am so damn proud to be part of the Victory Fund. I love this organization. I think Evan Lowe has done an exceptional job of bringing us into this uncertain and very scary era. And he's done so with great confidence. And I'm quite grateful for him. I'm mostly, though, grateful for the staff who have made this entire conference a huge success. Yes. Listen, social media strategists and consultants can do a lot of things for you. We can give you insight on editing and scheduling content and buying ads and give you insight into social media culture and how that should play into your public communications. What we can't do, what's most important, the bulk of the challenge, is in being enough of a leader to say things that others are too scared to say. That's a special sauce to social media. Clients ask me all the time, how do I go viral? And the answer is tantalizingly simple. You say things others are too scared to say, that they don't feel safe to say, because that's what leadership means. I was struck by President Biden's remarks yesterday because it could have been much, much, much longer in detailing his long, wonderful relationship with the LGBTQ community. This is a man who was supporting trans rights many years before it was popular to do so. This is a man who became the first president to mention trans rights in an address to Congress and in the State of the Union. And he did so in every single state of the union. It's not that hard to be a leader and stand up. And I'll tell you this, in the coming years and decades, we are going to bear witness to a great deal of memory loss about this year. A lot of folks who are lawmakers and should be fighting the good fight are not doing so. And they will claim that they didn't know at the time. I think that's interesting. I'll tell you what we'll remember. We will remember Gina Ortiz-Jones being elected mayor of San Antonio in a landslide, and doing so while proudly standing beside the trans community. We will remember Congresswoman Jasmine Crockett making it clear to the country that your personal economic situation has no relationship to whether trans kids can live in good happiness and faith in this country. We will remember that Governor Andy Beshear of Kentucky vetoed anti-trans bills knowing they would be overridden by the state legislature. And he did so for a simple reason. He said trans youth are children of God. That, by the way, is true Christianity. It is not going into a megachurch and slandering the holy name of Jesus Christ by weaponizing prayer against trans kids. That is not a church, that is a book club for which you are only selectively skimming the book. And I'll tell you what else. We will remember Abigail Spanberger being told by, I'm sure, many consultants and pundits in private that she needs to throw trans people under the bus to be elected, and she refused to do so, and she was elected in a landslide as governor of Virginia. We will remember Zohran Mamdani, who faced very long odds in defeating the Cuomo Democratic machine in New York, and he was probably told the same. Don't get into trans rights, focus on other things. But he showed up to trans rallies and he spoke to our issues and he refused to back down in support of our community. That's what I'll remember. But there's another thing I'll remember. I will remember the silence of this moment. The deafening silence of this moment. I remember Democratic lawmakers who did not speak up as 5,000 transgender service members and their families were kicked out of the military this year. I will remember their silence as at least 27 trans people have been killed since last November, hundreds killed worldwide. I will remember the trans youth who have committed suicide in this country since Trump's election while they remain silent, these lawmakers. And many years from now, they will claim ignorance. They will claim they didn't remember. We will remember, and we are not going to let them forget this moment. I can tell you that much right now. Do not let these foolish people get you down. We have a strong and proud and courageous history. This room is full of people who have faced incredible odds and overcome them with character, with integrity, and refusing to buy into the bullshit theory that we need to throw people overboard in order to win elections in this country. That comes from the depths of hell. That is a lie. We stand together, we message together, and we don't leave anybody behind. Thank you.
I know I said I was going to go and I introduced them in alphabetical order. But we're not going to do that because next to Charlotte is Councilmember Jalen McKee Rodriguez. Your opening remarks.
Thank you. Hey, y'all. How y'all doing? I just want to, I want to say I'm still thinking about Councilwoman Chantel Lewis's remarks. Can we please give her a round of applause? So beautiful, so beautiful, so beautiful. My name is Jalen McKee Rodriguez. I have the privilege and honor of serving as council member representing the east and northeast side of San Antonio, Texas. Man, this is such a beautiful room. When I was invited to participate in this panel and when I was given the subject matter, what I really want to emphasize is the power of social media and the power that it allows. It can do two things. Sometimes you get on social media and it has the power to make you feel small. It has the power to make you feel inferior, to compare yourselves, your lives, everything that's going on in the world, show you the calamity that is the world, and at times you can feel powerless, but it also has the opposite effect where it can make the world feel so small. And you have the power to connect to people in a way that was impossible before. And you realize that there's more people who are experiencing the world in the way that you are, who are thinking about things in the way that you are, who are challenged and struggling with the same things that you are. And so there are battles being won on social media right now, And what we need to do is use it as the weapon and the tool that it is. And we need to not be afraid, as was just mentioned, right? Not be afraid to say the truth, not be afraid to say the things that others are afraid to, and to stand strong in your beliefs. And you have to be authentic and true. And that's what, that's gonna be the message. I'm gonna reiterate it like 2, 3, 4 times. But I'm super excited to be here. So nervous, y'all are so pretty.
So are you.
Thank you, and I'm so happy to be here. So thank you.
All right, thank you, council member. All right, Sarah Guerrero.
Hi everyone, my name is Sara Guerrero. I'm the Comms Director for the House Oversight Committee and Congressman Robert Garcia. It's a tough act to follow, both of you, but as a staffer, I'm used to writing the remarks, not delivering them, so bear with me. So thankful to be here, echoing you, beautiful room. I think one of the things we've seen the most this year after the election last year was, again echoing you, the importance of being authentic with our audience. My boss is the first gay Latino ranking member, top Democrat of the Oversight Committee, and so exciting. Next year, when, hopefully we have the gavel, and he's the chairman of the Oversight Committee, the person that's going to be, holding Trump accountable is going to be an openly proud gay man and the only Latino chairman as well. So I'm here because of his work and his dedication to all of America, and him, something I admire so much about him. He spoke at this conference 2 days ago, and he said, I'm gay as hell, like I always will be, right? And he's never ever going to tamper himself down, and that's something that I admire about him. So really happy to be here.
Okay, great, Sarah. I don't know why you got a handheld. Couldn't you hear her? Could you hear her before? A little. Okay. Well, now we got that fixed. And last but not least, What, Rashonda, come on. Rashonda Elias, who caught my attention with her fantastic Instagram story talking about people on airplanes the moment they land. And I said, I must have her. Where are you going, Henry? I had to have her on my show. And so, Rashonda, give us your opening remarks.
Well, my opening remarks are simple. Can you all hear me? Okay. I want to take the mic. I'm not going to sing, babe, I promise. That's for the shower. I'm telling you, the acoustics. You all are amazing. So here's the thing about me. A lot of people may have seen me online, and a lot of people, when I'm walking through the airport and on the plane, they're looking like, is that lady that's at the board?
At the board.
Yes, it is me. And I'm here to ask you once again, why are you standing? We're just landing. The plane will deplane itself in the same order. You're in row 30. Sit down. So listen. My opening remarks are simple. I love what I do because I show up 100% myself all the time. Jonathan knows this. Everybody that follows me knows this. I am unapologetically myself. I am a Black queer woman living currently in Kentucky. Okay? I love my governor. Governor Beshear, blue dot in a red state. He's holding on for dear life. Okay? And I'm in Louisville, which is also a blue dot in this red state. Go Cards! So I have always, being born in Chicago, raised in Mississippi, I have always been around just my people. And when I say my people, I'm talking about me being raised in an all-Black town. That is a unique experience that one of my friends, Albert, let me know. We were in a bubble. Right? Like, girl, do you know that we had Black teachers and Black pharmacists and Black business owners and Black welders and Black everything? So when you leave a place, and then all I knew was you go to school, you graduate, you go down the street, 10 minutes to Alcorn State or an hour and a half to Jackson State, HBCU, and you go to school. Either you come back and teach there or you go somewhere else, right? It wasn't until I went into the military and I was like, oh, so there are people that feel a ways. Now, the only thing we knew, I'm telling you right now, The only thing we knew, because I have uncles that my aunts are white, and we have mixed cousins and fair skin to dark skin. So I didn't grow up thinking anything about it. This is just family. So when you get to a place where somebody looks at you different before they even know that you're gay, I'm like, oh, y'all got a problem. Okay, so we're gonna have fun, because I grew up believing that all of us matter. None of us, I'm talking about from Chicago walking down a block to Mississippi where it's a road, okay? That's the contrast. But also, me being in Mississippi in an all-black town with one white teacher that taught Spanish. Okay? So then you graduate and you go to the military, and there are people that are looking and staring at you and feeling some type of way. And I'm like, well, where did you come from? You know? And then you get to Kentucky and you realize there's a lot of people that feel some type of way. And I'm like, what is wrong with you all? So that has been my theme since this walking bag of bile got in office. What is wrong with everybody? It feels like we are in the twilight zone, and nobody is saying anything. He gets to do whatever and say whatever, and everybody's like, ah. And I'm like, no, this is not normal. None of this is normal. I'm for real, none of it. You don't get to breed hate, and people just to be like, okay, it's okay. No, it's not. It's not okay for you to make someone that, if we are looking at each other in our only differences other than being male or female, if we're looking at each other and we have the same 2 eyes, 10 toes, 10 fingers, and you dislike me, you hate me because of the color of my skin, something's wrong with you. Like, you need to maybe lay on somebody's couch and work that out. Right? You need to leave. If you look at me and I say immediately, this is another thing, I cannot stand the evangelicals. I call them evangelicals because they always worried about what's going on in our pants and who, is touching our no-no squares. That is none of your business. None of it. When I walk down the street, I never look at a straight couple. I never look at a straight couple and wonder what they are doing. I don't care. It doesn't matter to me. But for some reason, our skin color and our sexuality does something to them. And I really want them to work that out in therapy. I really need them to talk to somebody about that. So my opening remarks are, none of this is normal.
Wait, hold up, what? Your opening remarks now are?
Yeah, none of this is normal. That's it.
Okay, that's it.
Yeah.
You need to leave.
Well, this is a great thing. So you were just very outspoken, vocal, take no prisoners, and that's exactly what you do on social media.
Yes.
For the elected, how many electeds are in this room? Is it most of you? How many of you are a little too afraid to go there the way Roshonda just did? Oh, okay. It looks like half of the folks, and that's okay. But give those folks some courage. All of you, give them an ounce of courage to go out there and be able to. I think it was Charlotte who said the bulk of the challenge is being willing to say the things that folks are too scared to say. Because that is, and Charlotte is right, that is the essence of leadership.
Yes.
So, anyone jump in with a piece of advice for electeds.
You keep talking.
Okay, well, number one, well, Jonathan, it's Saturday, it's not Sunday. So I'm going to say, number one, I need you all to listen to me. I'm dead serious when I say this. I need everybody that's fearful of saying something or pushing your constituents away or people not. We have a rapist in the White House. Okay? We have a criminal in the White House.
Confirmed.
So when you think
Convicted felon
for 34 times. So when you are talking to someone or your constituents or you're feeling a way, passionate, you don't have to drop the F-bomb all the time, right? But hear me when I say this.
She means felon.
You have to understand that people want you to show up authentically yourself, right? And we are past respectability right now. We are past, there are people's lives in danger. We have unhoused, we have our LGBTQIA children on the street. We have people dying and being shot and pepper sprayed.
That's right.
So when you go online, you just have to know that I'm not just doing this for me. I want people to know that I care. They got to feel that. And you can't be nervous about it. So under all of that little cute thing that I just said, it really is, fuck those people.
That's your mic.
I love that. I feel like if I said that to my boss, he'd be like, yeah, girl, that's what we've been doing for 3 years.
That's true.
No, I mean, you can't be scared to be who you are. One of the reasons, again, that Garcia's been able to do so much is he is so authentic to himself. He doesn't, become somebody different when he is in committee or whether he's giving a speech here. He's always going to sit next to James Comer, who's the top Republican on the Oversight Committee, who attacks him for being gay quite often. And, Garcia will just kind of look at him and feel bad for him and laugh it off and be like, all right, well, I'm going to keep, posting Taylor Swift lyrics to my social media channels and cursing and being, fucking pissed because there's a felon in the White House. So that's my really tampered down DC staffer take.
But Sarah, to this point, I mean, Congressman Garcia, after Trump's re-election, was one of the first members of Congress, if I remember, who went on his own social media platforms when everyone was screaming for where are the Democrats, where's Democratic leadership, and he was out there dropping the F-bomb, the real F-bomb, not felon, but really out there cursing. And there were people who were tut-tutting his language, but he was tapping into an anger that people wanted to see from their leaders. Was there at any point, did you have to go to Congressman Garcia and say, yo, you need to dial this back a little bit?
It's so funny. Me personally, no. I always felt what we're up against requires that emotion. You don't elect somebody to go have a good time in DC and be really chill and give speeches that don't resonate with you. But there was a moment in the beginning where of this new administration where he would do a lot of podcasts, and our press secretary is in the back, and she's the one that has to deal with this the most. Emily, thank you. Where the little caption would be Garcia's profane rant, or it would be like, just the headline would be him saying the F word. And I'm like, maybe we save it till the end. Or I call the producer and I'm like, he's gonna keep cursing, but maybe don't put that in the caption. Because he says many more important things than just the F word. But I think, like you said, it taps into the anger that people are feeling, and it's important, so.
Council member, so if I didn't know who was on the panel, I would Google them. And so I Googled your name. I just put you in a search bar.
Ooh,
and
what
popped up?
Oh, what came up?
Well, what popped up was this video of you.
What video?
It was a video of you working out.
Okay.
And so it was it was a video of you responding to those people in your little workout shorts, and you was like, there are people out there who's saying I have a BBL, which I had to look up because I am that age. I was like, what are the kids talking about? And so people were accusing you of having had a Brazilian butt lift. And you used that as an opportunity. And I watched this video about 8 times because it was so genius.
I'm not
So council member goes through your daily routine. It's a glute-focused leg day routine to battle the rumors that you had a BBL. And in it, you say, okay, so I do these kinds of squats and these kinds of splits, and you have the routine there. But as you're talking about the routine, you then drop messages about what you're working on and what you're doing and what you stand for and what the council should be doing. There was one, these glutes were made for walking into the next budget meeting unbothered, is how...
This
Another,
is crazy. I feel
hold on,
like
Councilmember. And this is why I had to watch it so many times, because this came towards the end, but you got on the hip, you were doing the hip abductors. Yes, right? And so that's, you know, for symmetrical, to keep the symmetrical. And so...
How many parts?
'Cause equal parts. And so he says, you need to spread your legs like we should be spreading city resources equitably. And so...
Oh my God.
What's so great about that is...
Oh my God, I'm about to cry.
You're doing several things at once. You are thoroughly entertaining, but you're educating about a workout routine, which I will never do. But then you are, no, because it's lifting weights. I wish I could airdrop all of you the link so you can watch it yourself. Just go on Instagram, Jalen McKee Rodriguez. It's right there. But you're also talking about what you're doing in the council, but then also an overall philosophy of leadership and why the council should be doing certain things, like spreading city resources equitably. Talk about ways that particularly the electeds, but now social media is a tool for all of us. Talk about your thought process about how, who came up with that idea?
So, I feel like I'm being aired out right now. So, I'll talk a little bit about background and how I came to that point, right? So, when I first ran for office, I was a 25-year-old high school math teacher. I was very upset at seeing leaders at all levels of government push issues of our students and their families to the state. And you're wondering, what does this have to do with the BBL? But, you know, allegations and whatnot. I ran for office, and when I won, I became the first the first LGBTQ man elected to city council in San Antonio, and then I became the first out gay black man to be elected to any seat in Texas. And my district, I represent the historically black side of San Antonio. They referred to us as the Bible Belt of San Antonio. And throughout my entire election, folk were saying, you know, they're not gonna elect this young queer guy. They're not gonna do that. They're not gonna elect him. You know, it's cute, he's raised all this money. It's cute that he's block walking and we see his yard signs and all this, but they're not gonna vote for him. They'll gas him up a little bit, but not too much. And then I won, and it was a surprise to everyone. And what I've learned in that time, my base is elderly black women, the grandmas, the aunties. Those are my people. And it's very much, when I'm at events, what brings me so much joy is I'll have two different types of experiences. There will be, you know, a queer black boy who comes up, and I don't think he knows how to articulate what it is that he's experiencing or feeling, but it's representation. And it's a sense of connection and seeing someone who's like you elevated and being chosen by people and by the community. And when you're growing up and you feel like being yourself is gonna get you rejected, seeing someone like you be chosen is a beautiful thing, and it makes you feel whole. Second to that is the grandmas who will come up to me and they're like, you know, I have a grandson who's just like you. Let me show you a picture of him. And just like me is a little crazy. They're not wearing the shoes and whatnot. But you know what she's saying. Mm-hmm. And what I've taken away is that it does not matter that, you know, my district is very, very religious, and that who's been decided or who's been elected has been about what church they're connected to and all these things. What people really want is someone who's going to be themselves, be authentic, you look at someone living their lives authentically, even though it could get them persecuted, and you know they're not a liar. Yes. You know everything they're telling you, verbally, physically, all of it is the truth. And that's something that I think we all have going for us, and we have to maintain that. You never want, if you hide yourself, people sense it. Yes. People don't want to see, I'm sorry, my comms girl. They don't want to hear the scripted response. They don't want to hear what you've rehearsed. They don't want to see you in somebody else's suit. They want to hear you advocate for them. They want to hear their frustrations echoed through you. Do you struggle when you're having to choose between rent and groceries and medical bills? Do you get on social media and see that children and hospitals are being bombed? Do you get upset by that? How do you feel about the state of the world? And I want you to say it. Say it. Don't be afraid. Don't be afraid that, as Councilmember Lewis mentioned earlier, don't be afraid of the donors. Don't be afraid of the voters. Say what you mean. Say what you feel, and that resonates. And so the whole point of the videos, right, is that it's silly, it's goofy. One thing I learned when I was teaching, students and most people just love ridiculousness. They love, be out of pocket, be ridiculous, be yourself. Don't be the script. Everybody's not gonna, I hate that ever since Zoran Mamdani started running and he had his viral videos, everybody's now in the street filming a video. Stop, don't do that. Don't copy somebody else's thing. Find what's real for you. If you have recently gotten BBL allegations and you need to disprove them and you also need to update the world on your policy platforms and whatnot, film a video about it. If you're a singer, write a song. Do something that makes people connect and connects with you. That's what I'll end with this piece right here, but the beautiful thing about social media is that we're able to connect with each other in such a unique way. We can from afar see people's families, see the things that bring someone joy, see the things that maybe are heartbreaking for them. And we're connecting in so many ways, and so the more that you let people in, the more that you let people see who you are, the better. And that's what people want, and that's really the power of social media.
Is the lesson here, don't try too hard? Don't overthink it?
Don't overthink it. Don't overthink it. Don't have somebody else think for you. Just if you have an idea, you're like, hey, this would be funny. Don't shy away from it. Don't be scared. Just do it. The people are gonna love it.
That's right. I mean, the thing that was, in addition to where are you going, Henry, is also, Rayshonda, you had this whole thing where you set up with Rayshonda, they say, I wish I could come up with one right off the bat.
You're not a pair of scissors. Why are you always cutting
up? Right? and to that I say thank you. My husband started saying all the time, hello and welcome back, which is how she opens her videos. But the thing that was so unique about what you were doing is you would say, I'm here to address an issue that is beating you all upside the head, and I'm here to help you out. It's really very simple. Let's check the board. Yes. And so it got to the point where everyone, as soon as you were standing in front of that board, everyone's like, okay, where's she going?
She'd just be writing anything.
You could be literally writing anything. And I bring that up because that just goes to show you never know what you could do that would go viral because you didn't really think about it, you just went and did it.
Yes, correct. So when I first started the board, it was really after the Rihanna Super Bowl. And I was like, well, maybe people are visual learners because I kept seeing the Super Bowl. Comments about when are we getting an album? When are we getting an album? I said, well, you know what? I have an office in my building. I'm going to go to the board. And I was like, Rihanna, we love Rihanna, yes? Okay? But Rihanna loves ASAP, okay? And so this is a one-way, three-way event. We're not getting an album. She doesn't need to we all know now in 2025 that you don't make money in music. Rihanna has other things to do, but when I did it and it went viral, I was like, oh, so people like visuals, right? So I can talk about anything and put it on the board. What people want are fun, digestible ways to do things. When I made the video the other day, which is now almost 2 million views, about the drunk raccoon that fell through the ceiling
Oh
and
my
got
God.
drunk and went
Right.
to the bathroom. In the midst of me talking about that, I also got to bring up, the alleged war crimes that are happening and the cancellation of MLK Day and
National parks.
in National Park. I got to weave all that in and circle it back to I feel like this drunken raccoon, right? So when you give people that information, you can put in pop culture and fashion. Everybody knows me. This is probably the first time you see me without a ball gown on. I wear a ball
Susa
gown.
said exactly.
Right. I wear a ball gown because I'm an introvert, but also ball gowns keep people away from me. Right? You have to back up. Get back. And also, when people are talking to me, they don't know that I'm queer. They don't know that I'm a lesbian. And I get to listen when I walk into rooms of people that don't know who they're around and what they get to say. And then I get to correct you and say, hold on. Right? Because they hit you with the you don't look gay, which I don't know what that looks like. I'm literally in a ball gown. This is the gayest that you're going to get. Right?
I get that all the time.
Right.
I get that all the time.
I need my scepter and my crown because I'm with my people. So I want people, when you are engaging with your constituents, I want you, yes, to show up authentically yourself, but also you can weave in those things that other people in your district or may not talk about and circle it back to the important issues like the BBL and the equality of it all. I need a link to that. I'm going to watch it.
I will text it to you.
Okay.
Y'all are crazy.
Charlotte,
Y'all need to be
Charlotte, I would love. I want
Y'all need to be
to
stopped.
pull you into this conversation because I did not check your social media feed, so I'm sorry.
That's good.
What?
I've been ranting lately, so that's good. Just aimlessly ranting.
So no, but I am curious from your vantage point. How have you used social media and your social media platform to pull people in? How are you authentically yourself using your voice while at the same time bringing people in to not only educate, not in the condescending way, educate them on what is happening around them?
That's a great question. I think right now we have a legacy media that mostly is afraid to tell the truth, especially about this White House and this administration and this party behind it. And what I don't see enough of are public figures in DC and politics and media doing the work to make these issues accessible to people and to give them the straight truth about it. Whether it's the shutdown nonsense or civilians being murdered off the coast of Venezuela or the trans-military ban and the absolute dearth of any evidence to support Trump's claims about trans people in the military. Across the wide scope of issues, I think people are intimidated by them. And specifically about trans issues. When I hear a Democratic lawmaker basically communicate that it's too complicated or they're intimidated by it, I can't help but think that's just bullshit. And I'll tell you why. These are the same folks who will talk about the nuances of macroeconomic theory and the complexities of foreign policy and the policy papers and position papers about the federal budget process. And they're going to do that and then have the audacity to tell us that they can't grasp the difference between sex and gender. Are you kidding me? Are you kidding me? It's because of that lack of confidence from our leadership and from a lot of journalists and from a lot of political pundits that we are seeing the American people not have that confidence in themselves to push back against nonsense. That's why we are seeing most of, I would say, the courage come from social media influencers right now and calling out this wide spectrum of bullshit. And so what I try to do is, first of all, communicate to people like they're adults. Do not condescend to them. Don't try to use unnecessary academic language. Make it simple. People want simple conversations. You should be talking to folks online like you would talk to a friend over coffee or a drink. That's how it should be. You should be authentic. If your staff member, to your point, if your staff member tells you you need to do some TikTok trending thing, and there's a voice in the back of your mind that says, I'm not sure I'm comfortable with this, don't do it. Because it will come through loud and clear that you don't know what you're doing. Your constituents don't want to see that. What they want to see is your voice coming through loud and clear. That's what they want to see. And they want to see you talk about the things that matter to their day-to-day lives in a way that is accessible, compelling, and courageous. That is what they want. This is not hard. I don't know why we have senators on the Hill who make this so hard. I thought Senator Mark Kelly has been doing an incredible job of pushing back against the slander from this administration over his military career. I think Congresswoman Sarah McBride has handled this entire year with a grace and poise that is so extraordinary that I think we're going to see her in the upper echelons of government within the next 15 years. I guarantee it. It is not that hard to do this. Doesn't matter if you are centrist or center left or leftist, where you are in the political spectrum. Doesn't matter if you're more moderate. Doesn't matter. What people want to see is your authentic voice. That's it. That's all they want to see.
Jump in. Somebody would.
I was gonna say, I hate when, to that point, I'm only gonna say like 2 sentences. You know when like 80-year-old white male Congress member says period at the end of a tweet? You didn't write that. You didn't write that. I don't like it. Stop it. That's it.
Well, I was going to say, to your point, when I go to the Hill, I take a board with me. I set it up. I said, I want you to explain it. When we were talking about how many people are going to be affected by losing Medicare and how many people are affected by SNAP, put it on the board. If 1 + 1 = 2, this how many people are going to, people want direct numbers and they want you to give it to them straight, right? You don't have to tiptoe around it, but I also don't want you to talk to every constituent like they are 4th grade, right? I just want you to give the facts. So when I get up there and I set my board up, they already know. They like, Lord, Rashonda's up here with this board. Yes, because make it make sense, okay? It does not make any sense. And who's fighting? Right, for us, because that's also what we want to know. We want to know that you're in this with us, because that means you're getting a free paycheck. And last time I heard, that's theft. If you are not doing your job, we will replace you with somebody that will do your job.
That's
right? So let me know that you care, because it's too much at stake for you not to care.
That's right.
And don't treat us like we don't want to know. We do want to know. I have millions of people that are thankful that I give them information that they want to know. So if you can't meet people where they are, you get someone on your team like you that can, right? You have to. But again, you can write authentically into because when you hire someone, they know who you are. If somebody was writing for me for a show or something, they would know what I would say. Don't make it sound like somebody else. That's what I would say.
Get to the damn point.
Yes.
So we've been talking this whole time about the light side, the fun side of all of this, of being your authentic self. But being your authentic self comes with a downside. And that might be also one of the reasons why particularly the electeds in the room might not want to even go anywhere near social media or do anything to even try to go viral or just do something to bring information to their constituents. And that's just the ugliness that is there online, not just on X, but on other platforms where people feel free, particularly behind avatars with no real pictures on them, to just beat the hell out of somebody. And go after all pieces of your identity because of what they don't like what you're doing. So Sarah, since you work with a member of Congress and a prominent member of Congress who is unafraid to speak plainly and stand up for himself, for his constituents, for the House, for his caucus. How do you deal with the ugliness, but particularly the threats that come in?
Yeah, absolutely. Completely right? It sounds like very fun to just say, hey, like, yo, have fun on social media, but like you said, the threats are very serious. A few weeks ago, we actually had a very serious incident here in DC. Somebody threatened to kill my boss and then showed up on the Capitol grounds. And that was really, yeah, it was
that
horrible.
reported?
That has been reported.
Oh, okay.
Sorry. No, I would not. Boss, I broke news by accident. I'd be like, you're never doing a panel again. But that was really scary and really awful. And, you know, we are like thankful that that was handled. But in the aftermath of that, something that he has always stood by is he's here to do the work and to make things make sense to people. And he's not going to tamp down who he is or what he's doing, even when he's scared. And I think that's something that is what most of you all have that have run for office. You have to do it scared and have the courage to deal with the consequences sometimes. But, you know, right now with the Oversight Committee, we are, you know, dealing with the Epstein investigation. And something that he's asked about a lot is, oh, you know, well, if there's Democrats in there, and something he's always said is, I don't care who you are. If you're a Democrat or Republican, powerful, wealthy, if you did bad things to children, you are going to be held accountable. Yeah. And that's, you know, that's dangerous. But it's, at the end of the day, I think like you said, sometimes these old white senators say like period, and you're like 78, you're not writing that.
Like picture Lloyd Doggett being like,
yeah, Lloyd,
period.
yeah, right. But there is a way to, sorry, I forgot what I was saying, but basically, long story short, everything, you are here to be a member of Congress, you are here to serve your constituency, so as fun as it may be to go viral, and you know, the congressman was on Watch What Happens Live this week, you know, he's on Bravo, he's doing all the fun stuff, but at the end of the day, he's a member of Congress, and he's here to do the work, and that work can be really scary, and it has real consequences, but that's what you signed up for when you ran for office, so.
Councilmember, how do you deal? Well, one, have you gotten any threats, any ugliness as a result of not just the BBL video, but other things that you've done where you've been your authentic self and serving your constituents, and yet someone is, to quote Rashonda, in their feelings?
Yeah.
For sure. I guess as a starting off point, I think back to earlier this year, me and my husband announced that we were having a baby. She's here. Not here, but
oh, I was going to say,
here.
where is she?
And I remember just so many ugly comments from people about that. They had all these opinions. It's just imagine it, think about it. It was that and worse. And I believe in meeting people where they're at. And I believe in giving people the attention that they asked for. And so I'll respond back and forth. And I think it's become a thing. I think maybe the first time I got into, you know, some altercations on social media. And
you feed the trolls.
I feed them. I want everyone to be well fed. I believe in feeding the hungry, feeding the starved, feeding the attention depraved, all of it. And I think because it's become something that I just do, it's no longer reported on. Nobody cares. They're like, oh yeah, Jalen, you said something crazy to Jalen. He responded. He didn't say nothing out of line, but there was somebody. They looked crazy. They looked crazy in their profile picture. And they said something along the lines of he, she, it thing, whatever they are. There's this fucked up looking thing on city council. And I was like, like, we don't have to lie. We don't have to lie. We don't have to lie. You look like that, and I look like me. So, never anything too reckless. You know, you're not threatening nobody's family or nothing like that. But, you know, just give people the energy that they ask for. And I feel like that's missing. People get bold. People think that they can, especially when you're in a public office, you're a public servant, people think they can talk to you any kind of way. Like I represent my constituents. I'm doing my job. Right now I'm at the grocery store. You're not about to talk to me crazy.
Right.
I'm not elected to do that, for you to talk to me crazy, for you to cuss me out, for you to say these things. It's not that. So we're always gonna, I believe in meeting people where they're at. I think we should all do it. I feel like I think we're also seeing elected officials do that way more. You see I'll get like Jasmine Crockett, for example. You see her and you don't give everybody attention. Everybody doesn't deserve it, but when you see somebody and you feel like you'll know.
Rashawn, I know you're itching to get in here.
Oh, that's because I don't have any. I enjoy my time online. I make a post and log off, and I'm eating Twizzlers and watching TV. I don't.
And she's not sharing the Twizzlers. And she's not sharing
No,
the
I'm not
Twizzlers.
sharing.
Right.
But I don't
$5
have,
for a
and maybe
Twizzler.
that's why I'm not running for office, right? I'm not going back to my anger management class. I'm not doing it. So I tell people all the time, right? The military doesn't untrain you when they release you. They just release you. I'm just out here, right? So I had this one guy on Threads, and I had posted, I was like, because I don't deal with racist people. It just does something to my core. And I was like, I'm on a recon mission now. You understand?
Oh, that's
So
right.
right.
Oh, you went
Right.
deep.
Yes. So I'm going to grab your name, and then I'm going to go to Instagram from Threads, and then I'm going to find out who you're following, and then I'm going to put that name in Facebook. Now I got your Facebook. Now I know where you are, where your mama is. I know where everybody is and where you work, and I will go Google it. I pulled up this man. He had been arrested in New York for something. Boom. Sir, you need to check in with your parole officer instead of over here worried about what I'm doing. Do you understand? Like, but I don't want to spend my day on recon. What I do have people, they'll be like, Rashawn, do you want me to search? I was like, I could do it today. I'm really on my third Twizzler. I have time before this whole pack is gone. But I don't really have people. That's probably every now and then, but literally people are uplifting, they are positive. People, I'm gonna say this again, people just know not to fuck with me. Like, do I look like a person you want to play with? I do not. I do not. So I am glad.
Just for fun.
Right, just for fun. I am of service. I am of service to nonprofits and to government officials and people that need to get words out about serious acts. I do not have time to be online dicking around with people that hate me or my skin color or my sexuality or any of that, because most of them, I'm talking about 99.9% of them, are dumb as hell. I don't have time. I don't have the intellectual fortitude to mess around with you. I don't, because I did not acquire these degrees and pay money and still paying money to argue with you online. I don't have time. So for me, it is really about the mission, and in between, I have fun. But I don't take anything to heart, but I rarely see it. And when I do, then I will post a picture of you and say, is this you with your grandmother? Or, oh, okay. Just something simple.
Go ahead, Councilman.
I'll add, because I think I spent a lot of time focused on dragging people, and I absolutely believe in that. But just the mental health element of that, remember, a lot of times when people are on social media, we just mentioned, they're very bold. They say things that they say things that they would never say to you in person. No. One, we would never be in the same place. We will never be in the same facility. And second to that is, if you saw me in person, you would compliment me. You would want to be my friend. They would want to be your friend. They would compliment you. They'd say, I love your shirt. I love your shoes. Your hair looks great. They would never say the ugly things they say online.
Absolutely.
And so I love to read comments, but you can never, I advise against it, right?
I was going to say.
It's an anxiety thing. I like to know everything that's being said. I need all the information. I need every piece of information, whether it's about perception, whether it's about what's going on. I enjoy it.
Step away.
But what you have to do, you have to know it's not real. It's not real. Some of these folk are bots, and some of these people are ugly.
Oh, and I did want to address the real danger that you were talking about. I tell people all the time about that also. I was like, what do you think I have under my ball gown strapped to my thigh? Do you think I just walk around here, because people are out of control. But for real, when people show up to different congresspersons' houses, and I had a mayor here, is he still here, that said he came home jogging one day and there was a constituent on his doorstep. I don't even know what I would have did, Lord help me, but I just can't imagine. So I know that you all put yourselves out there and doing this work, and I commend you for it, but oh my Lord,
You
I
may
don't
not be
know.
Cynthia Erivo, but it can get wicked.
Thank you. And to that I say,
That was good.
That was good.
That was very good. Charlotte? I don't know. There is a dichotomy here on the stage that I just want to address. Because from the council member to Rayshonda, it's fun, it's jovial, it's, yeah, we're gonna feed the trolls, and I'm gonna go SEAL Team 6 documentary style from Rayshonda. But from you, I'm not getting the same energy. And I'm just wondering, just your thoughts on what's been shared here, and is there, from your vantage point, a different way or another way we should be looking at this, looking at how we deal with, from unkind comments, which I would say just ignore, to outright threats, which I would say, depending on the threat, take them seriously.
Oh no, I'm completely in line with my soul siblings on this.
Oh, okay.
Entirely in line.
Let's carry on then.
My philosophy is very simple. You play clown games, you win clown prizes. That's how it goes. You know, look, I will have a good faith conversation with someone I disagree with if they want to enter that conversation respectfully. But it needs to be based on mutual respect. It cannot be based on willful ignorance and toxicity, which is what a lot of these clowns do. And there are few things I love more than a useful clown. I will use your willful ignorance and hatred and make it a case study. And I don't think there's anything wrong with that. That is what is the military term? Proportional justice is what it's called. Absolutely. You know, just war theory, proportional justice. I've tangled with members of Congress online and heads of organizations and right-wing outlets, and I piss them off, and they piss me off, and we tangle. But I've also had really good conversations with people on the other side of the political spectrum that was based in mutual respect and dignity. Not often, to be clear, but it does happen. But that has to start with, I should not have to surrender my dignity in order to engage in discourse with someone who disagrees with me. Ever. Mm-hmm. And, you know, what's more, and I'll be clear about this, and again, you know, Congresswoman Sarah McBride is a close friend of mine. I adore her. We've been friends for many years. And sometimes I will see some Democratic lawmakers who will point to her and say, well, you know, why can't trans folks be like her? I'm like, well, listen, first of all, she has a specific role in this movement, and she does it better than anybody. And she is a nice person, and she is extraordinarily patient, which is exactly what her role requires in this moment. I am not, nor should I have to be. And I'll tell you what else. The people in this party and in this movement who have said nothing about trans rights this year, who have not spoken up for trans youth, they need to get Congresswoman McBride's name out of their mouth. They do. They have not earned the privilege of praising her when they did nothing to defend her, when Nancy Mace was going after her constantly earlier this year. So look, you meet respect with respect, you meet with dignity. But if you're gonna come at me, let's do it. And you should be ready for the consequences of doing so.
Charlotte's from Texas, y'all.
Yes, we don't mess around in Texas. That's just that is Southern charm. You know, and by the way, I love the word fuck, I really do. I think it's honest. I'll tell you what's really profane is calling undocumented Americans illegals. That's profane.
exactly.
It's talking down to black and brown folks who are immigrants to this country, saying they came from shithole countries. That's profane. I would like legacy media to call that profanity. That's what I want. It is not our elected officials using what I believe is a non-offensive swear word to articulate the anger that we should all be feeling in this moment. That's the difference. I'm sorry. Go ahead, Mr. Capehart.
I call it out. I can. Okay, we've got 3 minutes left, so I want to use this time to give you each an opportunity real quickly. There's the clock right there. Pay attention to the clock. This is the last panel. People will leave.
Why are you looking at me?
Cocktail hour. Just final parting thoughts for the folks in the room. Go ahead, Michelle.
I'll go
you
first.
Start.
Okay. So for me, I want people to stop labeling races as political disagreements.
Yes.
Or disagreements at all. I want you, if I say to you that Twizzlers are the best and you say Red Vines, that is an agree to disagree situation.
That's
right?
That's right.
If I say Optimus is the best Prime and you say it's Bumblebee, cool. But when you say that black people or gay people or trans people or bi people, if you start going into my skin color and my sexuality, I'm not going back and forth with you on that, right? If you are spreading hate, that is not an agree to disagree situation. And I won't stand for it, not at all.
Rashonda Elias, thank you very much.
I want to thank everyone. Beautiful room, amazing conversation. I'm like sitting here, I'm like, damn. But no, echoing that, call it out. It is what it is. And stay authentic to yourself. Don't be scared of what that does online. It will pay in dividends. I'm so excited to see your BBL video after this. And follow Rep. Robert Garcia on all social media platforms.
Sarah Guerrero, thank you very much.
I guess I do hate to see like a red number clock like ticking
Well,
down.
get talking.
I don't like that.
Come on.
I'll start off by saying that there are way more videos than the BBL allegation video. I'm a way more whole person. Aside from that, I think what I want everybody to walk away from this specifically in this conversation is the resounding voice saying to be yourself, be 100% you. People love you. People want to meet you. They don't want to meet a character that you've created or pretend to be on social media. They don't want to hear someone else's voice in your writing. They want to see you. They want to hear you. They want to feel like they know you. And so always give them your truest self, and you can't lose. Second to that is, I think, use social media as the tool that it is, right? So social media has that, again, I mentioned the negative impact of social media. The kids are going through it right now. The kids are going through it in a way I don't think, none of us can understand it fully. But it is also a tool that allows us to connect to one another. It allows us to share ourselves. It allows us to connect in so many ways, and it makes the world very small. We can keep in contact without having to go through a phone book. Most of us would not be in each other's phone book if we had one. But we're able to get each other's business cards and texts and keep a track on Instagram and Twitter. We don't use that anymore. We don't use
X.
We don't use X either.
And
you use it as the tool that it is. Don't be afraid of it. Don't do what feels right. Use it. Use it as a tool.
Councilmember Jalen McKee Rodriguez, thank you
Love
very
y'all.
much.
Thank you.
And Charlotte Clymer.
Yes, sir. Well, first of all, I love dead naming Twitter, just to be clear. I will dead name Twitter as much as I can. But also, look, we are not in the middle of a culture war. That is a misnomer. We are in a conflict in which the Republican Party has a political philosophy that is based entirely around who they hate and who they want to erase from the society, against those of us who don't want to leave anybody behind, even those who hate us. We are not in the middle of a culture war, and it pisses me off when I hear journalists call it culture war. It is not. It erases the absolute hatred and bigotry that's going on. So look, don't worry about these very sad souls, bless their hearts, who are pushing in all their chips on this nonsense philosophy. It will not age well, folks. It will not. You need to have faith in yourself, and we need to have faith in each other to get through this. And that means speaking up. Speaking up and telling hard truths to those who need to hear them. That is the only way we get through this moment. And that is something that people are going to appreciate many years from now when they're wondering how we got through this moment. It starts with us and speaking up. It starts with every leader in this room doing their part. So thanks y'all for your service, and let's get it done.
Charlotte, Jalen, Sarah, Rayshonda, thank you all very much. Thank you. Oh, we're going to do a photo.
Wow, that was a damn good closing plenary. Let's give that one more round of applause. Thank you, Jonathan Capehart. Thank you to the incredible panelists. And another huge thank you to the entire Victory Institute team. With me is the lead conference team, losing the voice already. The lead conference team, Sarah Pope, Director of U.S. Programs. Pooja Prabhakaran, Director of Elected and Appointed Officials Engagement. And Izzy Thistle, Elected and Appointed Officials Engagement Manager. We need an acronym for these titles. You are truly the best. They were working Thanksgiving week, on Thanksgiving, 24/7 to make this conference happen, so I really appreciate you all. And truly, the entire Victory Institute team has been working really hard to make this a success. And lastly, thanks to you all for being here. We hope you had a fabulous conference. Please join us on the lobby level now, the Penn Ave Terrace room, for a closing reception so we all get to mingle and hang out a little longer. If you are a 2025 Victory Congressional Intern, Victory Empowerment Fellow, or a staff member, please stick behind a minute so we can take some photos on the stage. Thank you again, and let's go continue building LGBTQ political power together. Thank you, everyone.